Is it nice to have a little bit of time off after all the touring?
Totally, but it's like my habitat, Mom. You know what I'm sizzling? So it's like, that's where I belong. I belong on the road. I belong in front of my fans. And when I hadn't been to Maryville since '04, if I'm not mistaken.
Mm-hmm.
And to see that turnout like that, it was such a wonderful thing. They told me the tickets sold out in 36 hours.
Mm-hmm.
I was like, wow, that's wonderful. I grew up, born and raised, Kansas City, Missouri, down north on 9th Street. From like birth to 10 years old. And then when we were 10, we moved to 59th and Swope Parkway, Kansas City, Missouri. Then my mom married a Muslim when I was 12. My mom is a Christian, so her marrying a Muslim was weird. She married him when I was 12. We moved from 59th and Swope Parkway to 58th and Forest, where I stayed from 12 to 17. Then I left home because I couldn't deal with it anymore. I ran away from home at 17 to go live with my Aunt Vita. And then I moved with my Aunt Ivy. Then I moved with my homie Slow-Mo. It's like I've been a nomad all this time, baby. You know, it's just when music is the only thing that's been keeping me alive since my family took care of me. You know what I mean?
Was growing up in a house with two religions, did that have a huge influence in your life?
Yes. It made me smarter, for one. You know, just when being raised one way and then the other way, and then like after Christianity and him putting Islam on me for the moment made me start questioning other beliefs like Confucianism and Shintoism and Taoism and Hinduism and Judaism and Buddhism and all the isms in the world. So it screwed me up, and I think it made for a great brain. You know what I mean? Because I rap, and it's for everybody. It's not just for a certain type of people. You know what I'm saying? It's not one-sided. It's not two-sided. It's three-dimensional. When I was on stage in Maryville, I was like, this is a melting pot, man. It's all different people, all creeds. It's a wonderful thing. This is what I've been planning all my life, for my music to be for everybody, and to be able to speak to everybody on a level they can understand. Sometimes it might be a little fast, but, you know, they understand it. It's a wonderful thing.
How did you get involved in music? What made you decide to enter that world?
Well, I used to be a dancer, you know, when I was younger. Pop locking and break dancing, you know. I mean, then when the hammer type dancing was out, you know what I'm saying, I was a part of that movement, you know what I mean, with some of the hammer dancers, like the guy with the big hair, his name is No Bones, and you know, Swoop, and all those who danced for Hammer back in the day are from Kansas City, and I was in their little clique called the Imperial Preps. We used to dance, and with the rhythm came rhyme. I always had rhythm. My family, when I was younger, beating on the table and stuff at the breakfast table, you know what I mean, or at the dinner table, just making sounds with forks and spoons and cups. With rhythm came rhyme. So beating on the table turned into dancing. Dancing turned into rapping. Wonderful thing. Rhythm is me.
When you mentioned that you paint your face, and that was something I noticed at the concert, was that your face was painted. Why do you do that, and then how do you decide what to paint on your face?
Well, when I was younger, I always had this fear of clowns. My mom would take me to the Ringling Brothers Barnum and Bailey Circus, and when you walk in, the clowns are walking around, and they were always spooky to me because their faces were painted and the smiles were painted on. So that means it wasn't a real smile. So it was always the mystique of what could be up under that fake smile. Is it something malicious? Is it really a smile? My clown is a dark one. Sometimes, from day to day, you know, I put different things across my face. It's always the same mask, but it's like a different word across my face. And whatever I feel at that moment, if it's something bad, if I'm mad, I'll put M-A-D. If I feel like being bad, I'll put B-A-D. If I feel like I want to fight, I'll put fight. If I feel like horny or something, then I'll put something real vulgar. You know what I mean? It's whatever I feel at that moment. This is the way he's painting my face, and the forehead is what he does last. And he said, what'd you feel today? And I'll tell him whatever word that is. So to make a long story short, the clown is something I adore, and it's something I used to fear when I was younger, but I became what I feared so much. That fear turned to infatuation, and it made me the killer clown. When I come to Maryville and I see the top balcony filled and the bottom half filled and everybody standing up and singing the lyrics, K-C-Mo, roll, it's like after all these years, I mean, I did Einstein in like 95 or 94. You know what I'm saying? 95 or something like that. I did Einstein. Maybe late 95, I don't know. But to hear people still singing that and singing the words to this ring, all my old stuff from Angelic, and then come all the way up to now and singing stuff from my Killer album and singing stuff from Absolute Power and Ever Ready and Vintage Tech and MLK. It's just so wonderful to see that people are listening to me still after all this time.
What do you feel that your reception was from being here at Northwest? What did you think of the concert?
Oh my God. For one, when they told me it sold out in 36 hours, blew my mind. For two, when I stepped out on that stage and I saw everybody stand up and cheer for me, and it stayed like that from beginning to end. It went so smooth. I didn't hear about any fights or anything. It was just so smooth, and the love was there all the way. Such beautiful women everywhere. You know, it was just, I can't wait to come back, man. I wish I could just come up there and kick it for a weekend and go to some parties or something, man, and show people how much I appreciate the love they gave me when I was there. I appreciated it. It was wonderful. We were talking about it for 2 days after.
What advice do you have for people that want to do the same thing, that want to be in music, that want to be artists?
What I say to all my fans and all my people that want to do this, there are words that you heard before, and the words are, keep on keeping on. And with that being said, is that while you're coming up, it can be hard. Even your family members will tell you that's a hobby. You need to get a real job. A lot of people won't understand as you're working on your craft. If you believe in it, keep on keeping on, and you will achieve in it.